distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning and welcome to the inaugural Space Summit in Singapore. As a nation that has always looked beyond our shores to connect with the world, Singapore now looks beyond our skies to the infinite possibilities of space. Today, space technologies have become the backbone of our interconnected world. Satellite systems for communications, navigation, and Earth observation have transformed how we connect communities, how we deliver services, and tackle pressing global challenges like climate change. The trajectory, as you've seen, is remarkable. The global space economy reached $630 billion in 2023 and is projected to make that quantum leap to soar to $1.8 trillion by 2035. What was once the exclusive domain of the superpowers and aerospace giants has now become a more accessible frontier for nations and businesses worldwide. Now, for Singapore, our journey in space technology dates back over 50 years. We established our first ground station in 1971, and we launched our first communications satellite in 1998, and our first Singapore-built satellite in 2011. In fact, I was told this morning that our satellites are built in Ang Mo Kio. So more than 30 satellites have been launched over the past 2 decades by the government, academia, and industry. Today, space technology is both a critical enabler for our open and highly connected economy and an emerging area to pursue new opportunities for growth. Satellites enable global communications that keep us connected across the globe and ensure safe navigation, which are crucial for our financial, maritime, and aviation hub. Rapid advancements in technologies such as payload miniaturization and decreased launch costs are making it possible to do even more. This includes opportunities both in space, such as the manufacturing of spacecraft subsystems and components, and with space, through the development of space-enabled applications that permeate everyday life and enable other industries such as finance, logistics, and the green economy. As a global hub with strong foundations in space-adjacent sectors such as aerospace, microelectronics, precision engineering, and artificial intelligence, Singapore is well placed to take advantage of the global momentum and seize opportunities in the space technology sector. Ladies and gentlemen, our success rests on 3 pillars, demonstrating how a small nation can also find its place among the stars. First, we have cultivated R&D capabilities in niche areas. In 2022, we launched NSAS, which is the world's first fully polarimetric small synthetic aperture radar satellite. This R&D satellite, designed and developed by DSO national laboratories alongside local research ecosystem and international industry partners, serve as a pathfinder to explore the commercial potential of small satellite constellations. Unlike the conventional large SAR satellites, NSAS' compact design enables cost-effective constellation deployment for frequent coverage and enhanced monitoring. It can capture images day or night, unimpeded by cloud cover, and it has supported the management of oil spill incidents, vegetation and mangrove monitoring, as well as seaport activity monitoring. Next year marks another milestone. Building on this R&D, we will launch the next generation of NUSA-2 satellites, which is designed, developed, and commercialized by ST Engineering. Well done, ST Engineering. Second, we have fostered a vibrant ecosystem of local enterprises and multinational corporations across the entire space value chain. Our strong business ecosystem makes Singapore the strategic location of choice for companies looking to explore new opportunities in the region. Today, Singapore has a growing space ecosystem with 70 space companies and 2,000 professionals working in the sector, engaging in a wide range of activities from designing and manufacturing space components to providing satellite-based services. We have established distinctive strengths in satellite quantum communications, inter-satellite data relay systems, and satellite applications for maritime and sustainability sectors. For example, the Singapore homegrown company Spectral launched its Spectre satellite last November to demonstrate space-to-ground quantum communications. This is Spectre, spelled with S-P-E-Q-T-R-E, not Spectra in the James Bond 007 movies. Now, the global competitiveness of our companies is evident from their international expansion. Notably, ST Engineering was recently selected to deliver a SAR satellite for the UAE's National SAR Constellation Program. Ladies and gentlemen, this brings me to the third pillar. For the third pillar, we have also developed strong and mutually beneficial international space partnerships. We have forged international cooperation with leading space players, including the European Space Agency and India's InSpace. Through our Earth Observation Initiative launched last year, the Earth Observatory of Singapore has also partnered with the Mekong River Commission to co-develop solutions for flood monitoring. Now, since 2013, these efforts built up Singapore's space technology sector. They have been led by the Office for Space Technology and Industry, or AUSTIN, under the Economic Development Board, or EDB. Under the strategic and very able leadership of Mr. Peter Ho and Deputy Chairman Mr. Kwek Kim Pui, AUSTIN has laid very solid foundations. We are now ready to take the next step forward. We want to harness the full potential of space technologies to strengthen Singapore's position as a global hub, not just as consumers of space services, but as credible contributors to the global space ecosystem, delivering impactful innovations and solutions to the world. So, ladies and gentlemen, to lead our ambitions into this next phase, I'm delighted, thrilled, and pleased to announce that the Singapore government will be establishing the National Space Agency of Singapore, or NSAS. This new agency will be formally established on the 1st of April this year and will be held by Chief Executive Ms. Ngiam Lina, a technology leader in the Singapore Public Service for over 25 years. Ms. Ngiam, can you please stand up? The focus is on you. Ms. Ngiam and NSAS will provide decisive leadership for Singapore to seize opportunities in the expanding space economy and the new possibilities posed by democratized access to outer space. The agency will expand upon Austin's existing functions to build world-class space R&D capabilities, develop a thriving space industry, and advance international partnerships. The government has set aside over 200 million Singapore dollars since 2022 for space R&D projects through the Space Technology Development Program, supporting research institutes and companies to develop and test their space technologies. Looking ahead, we will further invest strategically in emerging areas, including climate and sustainability technologies, particularly satellite remote sensing for carbon monitoring. Space sustainability technologies, including space situational awareness and approaches to debris remediation, and thirdly, microgravity research in space to advance human health sciences, such as novel therapeutics. We will also continue to anchor space technologies companies in Singapore and help them capture regional growth opportunities. Our position as a trusted and a connected hub with a strong finance and logistics sector makes us the ideal launch pad for companies offering space services across the Asia Pacific. We will continue to groom a strong talent pool, including a bench strength of local expertise to support the growth of our space technology sector and to access the good jobs created. Now, beyond anchoring high-growth companies, we will develop a robust ecosystem of component manufacturers and facilities for assembly, integration, and testing to accelerate the development of space-grade systems by our local players. NSAS will expand our network of international partnerships to pursue new R&D collaborations and facilitate connections between space ecosystems. We are very excited about the deeper partnerships across the equatorial belt, where we plan to leverage the Earth Observation Initiative to provide geospatial analytics products tailored to the unique requirements of this region. We will also be strengthening ties with fellow emerging space nations, both within ASEAN and globally, to collaborate on globally critical issues like the long-term sustainability of outer space. Now, beyond these exciting work, NSAS will take on new functions that will allow us to unlock the full potential of space technology applications for national and regional needs, while keeping our assets safe in an increasingly congested space environment. NSAS will develop and operate our national space capabilities. The Singapore government currently co-owns 3 Earth observation satellites with ST Engineering. We will establish a multi-agency operations center that will support government agencies with satellite tasking and bespoke geospatial data analytics. This could serve applications in areas such as port operations, in urban planning, environment monitoring, and food security. Looking ahead, Singapore will explore further developing our constellation of satellites to meet national needs, as well as use cases across the equatorial belt, as well because our geographical location positions us to be able to do more in this region. We will also progressively build up and operate space situational awareness capabilities to ensure the safety of our space assets in the increasingly congested space domain. And as the sector grows, we recognize the importance of a facilitative regulatory environment. NSAS will therefore also develop legislation and regulation for our space sector, with the aim of being pro-innovation and pro-business, while meeting the high standards for space safety and space sustainability. In 2024, we established new guidelines for Singapore-related space activities, covering the registration of space objects and ensuring space safety and sustainability. Now, building on this foundation, the agency will engage our space ecosystem on plans for national space legislation. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me close by taking this opportunity to thank Melvin and his team, Xperia Events, for organizing this summit, and to all of our partners for your support. And I certainly look forward to the Space Summit, the Singapore Space Summit in 2027. Now, as we gather here alongside international space agencies, policy makers, investors, and industry leaders from across the globe, we mark not just the beginning of the NSAS, but also the continuation of Singapore's space journey. To succeed in meeting our ambitions, we will need strong and continued support from all of you, from our industry and from our international partners. Together, we will explore new opportunities for collaboration that will drive the development of an inclusive and sustainable space economy. Over the coming days, I encourage you to think boldly, forge new partnerships, and imagine what we can achieve collectively together. The conversations, your networks, the collaborations that you build here will shape the future of space for decades to come. Our optimism is grounded in purpose. Singapore's space ambitions reflect more than a technological aspiration. We want to translate innovation into real solutions that strengthen our economy, improve lives, and address global challenges with precision and foresight. By looking beyond our skies, we are extending Singapore's unique brand of purpose-driven innovation, leveraging technology not for novelty, but to create lasting, tangible value for our people, for our region, and for the world. As we move into space, the final frontier, may the force of human ingenuity guide all of us, and may we live long and prosper together. Thank you, and I wish everyone an enjoyable time.